Standing on the edge of the churning Red Sea, Moses faced an impossible choice. The Egyptian army was closing in behind him. With unwavering faith, Moses raised his staff toward the heavens. The wind howled, and the waters miraculously parted. This created a path of dry land through the deep. Moses guided his trembling people through the towering walls of water. He led them away from slavery. The walls of water stood tall and imposing. The people looked up in awe and fear. They hurried along the path, their hearts pounding with each step. Moses' face was set with determination. He knew that the journey ahead would be long and difficult. But he also knew that God was with them. The Egyptian army watched in disbelief as the Israelites crossed the sea. Their chariots and horses were ready to pursue. But as they entered the path, the waters began to close in. The Egyptians were trapped, and the sea engulfed them. The Israelites watched as their former oppressors were defeated. They rejoiced and sang praises to God. On the other side, Moses and his people emerged onto the shore. They looked back at the sea, now calm and peaceful. They knew that they had witnessed a miracle. The journey to the Promised Land began. They traveled through the desert, facing many challenges. But they never lost faith in God. Moses led them with wisdom and courage. He taught them about God's laws and commandments. The people learned to trust in God's provision. They found water in the desert and food from the sky. They built a tabernacle to worship God. The journey was not easy, but it was filled with hope. The people knew that they were on their way to a better future. They dreamed of a land where they could live in peace and freedom. Moses continued to guide them, even when they complained. He reminded them of God's promises. He encouraged them to persevere. After many years of wandering, they finally reached the border of the Promised Land. Moses climbed to the top of Mount Nebo. From there, he could see the land that God had promised to Abraham. He knew that his time was near. He blessed the people and appointed Joshua as their new leader. Moses' courage marked the beginning of a journey. It was a journey toward the Promised Land. It was a journey toward true liberty. The Israelites entered the Promised Land under Joshua's leadership. They conquered their enemies and settled in the land. They built cities and farms. They lived in peace and prosperity. They remembered the miracle of the Red Sea. They taught their children about God's faithfulness. The story of Moses became a symbol of hope for generations to come. It reminded them that with faith, anything is possible, even when faced with impossible choices. It was a testament to the power of belief. It was a testament to the strength of the human spirit. The journey from slavery to freedom was complete. The Israelites had found their promised land. They had learned to trust in God's love and guidance. And they lived happily ever after. The end.